Hi, my name's Tom Crothers, Business Development Manager for Southern Queensland and Northwest New South Wales for Nufarm. I've got Malcolm Salisbury here, our Business Development Manager for Darling Downs and Western Queensland.
Yeah, so today we're going to look at a Nufarm trial where we've put out Terrad'or in some real world situations, and we want to see how it goes on these weeds, check out the performance, and so welcome to the Darling Downs and let's go have a look. Yeah, so Tom, we're standing in this untreated plot. Would you like to give us a run through of what we see here?
Sure thing, Mal. We're looking at these weeds 19 days after the initial application of our trial area. This will give us a bit of a reference when we walk through and have a look at the rest of our trial plots. So we've got some pretty significantly large weeds which we're targeting here today. So we've got sow thistle, cudweed, London rocket, bit of annual ryegrass, dwarf amaranth, Australian bluebell, and significantly large marshmallow.
But here we are in the Terrad'or at 40 grams plus can do at 0.5% treatment. This has been a really interesting treatment. It's done a really good job on some really large weeds at application. So we're 19 days after application now, and it's done a really good control of large marshmallow, the large London rocket, the dwarf amaranth. All those weeds have been really well controlled, and we were targeting quite large sow thistle, sort of 20 to 30 leaf large rosette, and that, as expected here, because in this trial, we've seen some regrowth in those large sow thistle. Another bystander weed, there's a fair bit of 20, 30 leaf fleabane, flaxleaf fleabane, and we've seen a really good knockdown and burn down with that 40 grams of Terrad'or, but we've also seen that reshoot as well. So what we have here is our Terrad'or at 20 grams with our Crucial and Can Do, and we're looking at some London rocket here, which was quite large at application, but we've got really good control here of our London rocket. Our dwarf amaranth just here, it's been nailed dead really well with that 20 grams of Terrad'or. It's done a great job. And we were trialling here on the sow thistle, these quite larger, 20, 30 leaf sow thistle, and this is a good example of what we see in the field. We're control one, being this one's controlled, and this other one, it's got some reshooting going on. So again, this is where we were targeting sow thistle as, we wouldn't recommend in the field, but too large, but we wanted to trial it to see how it went. And we see a similar thing. I've got fleabane here that's small one, it's small ones that they're not on the label, but fleabane, smaller size, we've had some control. We would recommend to go for the double knock strategy. And the reason we do that, the double knock's on the label with the 2,4-D Glide up front, double knock with Terrad'or, and then because you see these ones here, they reshoot, these fleabane here. This is the reason why we go that double knock strategy, to try and control those fleabane. So now we move over to our double knock with our Terrad'or. So in this case, we've double knocked it 10 days after our first application, and the double knock runs down this way. So in this section in front of us, we actually have a Paraquat 360 at 1.1 litres per hectare in 100 litres of water, and Can Do at 0.5%. And in the strip behind us, it's Paraquat 360 at 1.1 still, with the addition of Terrad'or at 20 grams, and you Can Do. And visually what you see is the Paraquat, it's done a fair job at double knocking, but where we have spiked that double knock with their Terrad'or behind us, each plot has a quite significant improvement in knockdown. The double knock's been more robust with the Terrad'or in there, and it's more severe, more damage to those weeds that we still have surviving. So we're going to zoom into this double knock a little bit more. And in this case here, we've gone in with Emercide Advanced standalone at just over 1 litre per hectare, and at 10 days we've double knocked with their Paraquat 360 at 1.1 and Can Do. And I just want to point out in this case, after that 10 days of double knock, when it's gone on, you can see it's still quite green. There's a lot of growth still there, and I want to compare that now to our Terrad'or plus Paraquat. So we moved from the straight Paraquat which was put on 10 days after the first pass, and we're now 9 days after application. But this is the paraquat plus the Terrad'or is the double knock. So you can see in comparison to that last straight paraquat, we've done a lot more damage to this south thistle. So that double knock is going to be a lot more effective and more powerful at controlling our weeds.